Hey guys! Okay, so I made Hiccup Shield. It still needs a little work, but I'm going to walk you through how I made it. I use cardboard and not EVA foam because I don't know where to buy that. So if you know where to buy that, hook me up. So I made this. I just finished it actually. So and it's June 22nd. And I believe I started this at the begin. Nope, I started this like during the school year, but I finished finally. Um, so what you're gonna need is cardboard or foam if you want to. Um, Sturdy rods, like thin sturdy rods. I don't think I have any more. Great, cool. Um, Black or brown paint, metallic silver paint, hot glue if you want to. This doesn't really have much hot glue to be honest. A lot of newspaper, and for the handle, I have to paint the back unfortunately, but I don't have brown paint. But the handle, I used felt, hot glue, and that's about it for that. And then, yeah, I think that's about it that I used. I'll, I'll probably put this on screen so it's a lot easier and not me rambling. Hi, I do that often. So, I pretty much got something circular and big enough, which was my laundry hamper. It was pretty big and circular. So I traced that, made two of that, cut them out, and then put them together and just make sure they were even. When I did that, I ended up taking those thin rods I had. If I have an image of them, I'll just like put them up screen or something, or put them at the end if I know how to do that. 'Cause I'm not that fancy. And then that's the part I really did the hot glue part. That's the part I actually used hot glue. Thank you. And I also took about five small stacks of cardboard, put them in the center, up here, over there. I put them in five major parts. I put on each stack, I think there was about five or six, put them together, and then taped and glued them to both sides. And then when that was finished, I had gotten those rods and started gluing them to major supports and would squish the side to see if there needed more support there or not. And then that's what that's what I did with that. And then I did paper-mache to kind of strengthen this. So I did, I think, two layers, about two layers, three layers, give or take. And you just have to mix flour and water if you want. You can use glue. You can do whatever. To be honest, that's what I just did because I had most of these things on hand. And then I did that. I completely covered the center first, like before I put this, and then I had a balloon on hand because I was figuring out how the heck I'm gonna do this. I had a balloon on hand, and then I took painter's tape because that's mainly the tape I used. I took painter's tape and pretty much covered the balloon halfway through the balloon. I ended up cutting it down quite a lot because it was pretty much sticking out about that far, looked unattractive, and I didn't know if I was going to have enough room to paint Toothless on here, so I was just like, hi. I'm cutting that down, so I had to tear up what I previously did because I had put it there. I put this, the border here, did I just get paint on me? No. It's still drying. And then, because it was it was fitting like really tight, so the outside was kind of caving in, like it'd stick up. And I had sewing needles, like to pinpoint sewing needles. Like we have a lot of those, so I ended up like hammering them in there. Then changed my mind, so cut that down. So I definitely would go larger, but then cut it down if you want, but make sure you know what you're doing before you hammer things in. And then fix that. So I had to relayer the blue tape on that, taped it down, and then paper-mache'd it again. I think I only did 2 layers instead of 3 or 4 layers this time on that. Then previously I had already, you're transforming, gone circular hot glue dots because I knew I was going to need bolts. I don't know how many bolts I put on there. I know I think in the original there's like at least 47 or something like that. And of course, I didn't actually make this perfect because this is a battle shield and this is taking place when Vikings are around. So I thought, no one's going to be making things accurate as possible. And I don't think they'd have the tools to do so. So I didn't do it very accurately. I made it look like it has been torn up a bit and it's been like replaced. There's parts where I didn't do a clean edge up here because there was no point. Sure, I didn't really have the tools for it, but I was like, it doesn't really matter. And then, okay, so I ended up tracing this to make this. And then I ended up taking my laundry hamper again, tracing the border, which proved to be a pain in the butt. Because the way I had done this versus doing the border was a lot different. So it pretty much it went more curved, so I had to actually take those needles again and start stabbing them in there. And I put up, down, in the center of between. I think I have a photo. I might have photos of that. And then I pretty much tried to find the center as best as possible. It doesn't really look centerish on center. However you say that term. But then again, who's going to really care? And then I did the border with construction paper. I had previously either measured or I already had a thin strip that actually fit this. No, I had a thin strip that already fit this, so I just cut more to make the border, and then did that. Wow, this does need a little bit more work. That's okay. And then I took the hot glue again because really there was not really much hot gluing. I could have done that route, but the only things that needed hot glue was the bolts and planking support. And then this. Of course, this is not finished because I don't have brown paint at the moment, but I'm just going to go ahead and make the video, and if I ever finish this, in the next video I make, which probably will be my jack staff, I'm just going to put it in the beginning or end. So I took the felt, I rolled it at least 3 or 4 times, made sure it was sturdy and how I wanted it, and then pretty much hot glued it. This is coming undone for whatever reason, so I'm probably just going to have to hot glue more. And then I wanted to add like a little twist because I don't think anyone's done this before. But I added twine and made it look interesting. I don't know, because I'm going to be the only one seeing this, really. And I might in the future make it, because he's able to wear it on his back, so I might do that. That might take a while, but that's pretty much what I did. And then I have photo references that I used and pretty much went along with that. This is definitely a lot smaller than reference video like photos. So, like, it had more room in the center, like this area, to paint. But I definitely just worked with it after I had cut this down, and it took about an inch or a half an inch away, like from the center. So I did get more room. But there are a few things that I would change with this, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do for it. Yeah, I'm gonna end up finishing my jack staff, and then I'm going to be trying to do Keith's Bayard because that's also someone I'm cosplaying. And actually, I'm gonna do a twist with that because I don't think anyone's done this before, but I'm gonna give it away in that video, just in case. So yeah, that's pretty much all you have to do. So follow the social medias, and yeah.